Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo. I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Based on a true story. Available. Dad. Shimmy, shimmy. F. Available. When should it be available? Halloween 2024 BC, the album. Dad. Shimmy, shimmy. F. Rock on gold dust. I went to a party last Saturday night. I didn't get laid. I didn't get laid. I got in a fight. Kiss me once. Come on, pretty baby. Kiss me deadly. God, I feel like Lita Ford right now. I do. Cherry bomb. Hey, little thing, let me light your candle, because mama, I'm sure hard to handle now. Yes, I am. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Hey, yo, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey. Oh, let me see. I gotta think of a good song to sing. Actually, you know what? I have a shout-out song that I have to sing. Hold on just a second. I want to sing a shout-out song. Okay, this one goes out to, I gotta think of the right song to sing. This goes out to John, okay? John, I just want to tell you right now, you need to watch your foot, okay? You need to watch your foot, John. John is at home resting because he done hurt his foot, okay? I don't know if he done put his foot in his mouth or what, but John, I hope that your foot gets much better, okay? Justin reached out to me and he let me know. Justin is somebody that has watched my videos for quite some time. Justin, well, he is like my drag informant, okay? He lets me know like who all the contestants are for Miss Continental. He lets me know who all the contestants are for Entertainer of the Year. He gives me all the inside tea. He keeps me in the know. He is best friends with all these like famous pageant queens. I love Justin so much. He has been so nice to me through the years. So Justin, hey, how are you doing? But to your husband, John, I just want to say, John, I hope that you keep your foot out of other people's business, okay? And that your foot heals. Justin told me that you're at home with a sore foot. So I hope that your foot heals, but I hope that this helps you heal even better, okay? Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Just making drama videos every day. Can't get no other things to do. So I talk about the same 5 people every day. Working 9 to 5. Peace! So that, John, was for you. A little Dolly Parton for you today. Okay. So, you know, let me tell you. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Well, I'll tell you, I said this in another video of mine. You know, I've never seen the movie Spice World. I said in my other video, I couldn't name 5 Spice Girl songs. I don't think I could probably. Is Spice World a Spice Girl song? Is it I Want to Be a Spice Girl? I don't think I could probably even name 1 Spice Girl song for you. I couldn't. I don't really care about them. I really don't. There's so much stuff that I don't even care about in this world. I really don't, you know. I wasn't going to film any videos today, except for my vlog. I've been vlogging every single day since April 1st. So I was like, okay, I'll just take the weekend off. I won't film any videos on my other channels. And this is my 5th video that I have filmed. And I haven't filmed my vlog yet. No, true story it is. I did a candle haul over on my Peter Does Stuff channel. I love the hauls, you know. And then I did a reaction to the new true crime documentary on Netflix called Into the Fire. It was so good. So if you want to watch my reaction to that, that's on my Peter Watches TV channel that I'm having so much fun over. Last night, I stayed up till 6:30 in the morning. I finished that last night, and then I binge watched the hell out of Sister Wives. I finished season 16. I'm like halfway through season 17, okay? And I gotta finish season 17 and season 18 by tomorrow night. I can't believe that I made it as far as I have, okay? I thought there was no way that I'm gonna make it to the end. So I'm nearing the end of season, well, I'm on 17 right now, but I'm nearing the end of Sister Wives as we know it for the premiere on Sunday of season 19. And I am ready So anyway, I did a reaction to Into the Fire, which is a new Netflix documentary. It's fantastically done. It is, if you want to watch the documentary first and then you want to watch my reaction to it on my Peter Watches TV channel, I'm having so much fun on my Peter Watches TV channel. I'm covering the Sister Wives, I'm covering the true crime documentaries, I'm covering the Apple limited series, the Netflix limited series, I'm covering the Big Brothers and the Housewives. I'm having so much fun over there. But anyway, and then I did a Peterisms video, and then I did a review. And, yeah, and so this is my 5th video. So I was sitting down and I was, like, uploading all those videos, and I was like, I think I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna do an OG drama video today, talking about the return of Jeffree Star to YouTube, something that he has been hinting out now for the last couple weeks. So this probably won't be a very long video today. Actually, I was sitting downstairs and I thought, what I'm gonna do is, I'm just going to get on video and I'm going to do my intro, and then I'm going to say, Jeffree Star is coming back online. He's coming back on, well, not online, he's been on the TikTok battling it out with Miss Pookie. I still don't know who the fuck Pookie is, but apparently Jeffree Star does. But anyway, so Jeffree Star is coming back. I was going to say, this was going to be my video. I was going to do my intro and then I was going to go, so, Jeffree Star is coming back to YouTube, and, I don't give a shit. And then I was going to go, okay, you guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Because when I was talking about Nick Avocado the other day, people were asking me, oh my God, what do you think about it? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care that he's a genius. I don't care how he lost the weight. I don't care about any of it, okay? We're not getting into all that today. I've said what I need to say about all that, and unless he does something else, I don't have anything else to say. I don't care. I don't really care that deeply. But I will tell you this. I was actually talking to somebody about this the other day. I really, to be honest with you, I am more interested, like, in the return of Jeffree Star, just because I've covered Jeffree Star for so long, than I am about, like, these shenanigans of, like, Nick Avocado and things like that, because I don't really know that much about it. But, like, Jeffree Star returning, well, first of all, he can't just, like, this is the thing with Jeffree Star, right? He can't just return to YouTube. Like, he has to make a big production about it, right? Like, he posted these Instagram stories, and he was like, you know, like, I'm getting into makeup, and I'm filming, should I tell everybody? Oh my God, I shouldn't tell everybody, but I'm coming back, and I'm filming this YouTube video, and that was like 2 weeks ago, okay? So when people say to me, like, Peter, but you don't have an editor, like, you don't edit your videos, well, neither do they, okay? They send them off to an editor, and then they pick a certain date and time that they think it's gonna be perfect to put out, and blah, 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 whatever. It'll probably be a release of something. It's probably his mystery boxes for Halloween, okay, that he didn't sell out of last year, so he's gotta sell them this year. So anyway, I mean, Jeffree Star, it's kind of sad, honestly. Like, you know, I said this in some videos of mine a while ago in covering Jeffree Star. I said, I think it would be really sad for Jeffree Star. I really could give a shit if you want to know the truth. Go out how you want to go out, okay? But the man has made so much money, at one time was so influential in the beauty influencer space, and yes, was very, very problematic, and, you know, has attempted to kind of take responsibility. I mean, he really hasn't, but let's just be for real. And I think, you know, like in my last video that I covered about him, showed that he isn't a changed person at all, because he's screaming and yelling at this woman in a TikTok live just this month, okay? So that's when people say to me, Jeffree Star has changed. I'm like, he literally just this month was screaming and yelling at a woman because she thought he had muted her in a TikTok live, okay? Let's just put that in perspective, okay? He hasn't changed a whole lot at all. And so, but what's interesting to me is that I said, like, in videos like 6 months, a year ago, I said what's going to be really sad is that Jeffree Star, I think, will go out, like, on a TikTok live battle where nobody really even cares about him anymore, right? And then he's just like, he's not really making any money in TikTok lives, and because he's now, I mean, there's been tons of people have come out and said that if you watch his TikTok lives, like, he's tipping himself from Jeffree Star Cosmetics account. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard enough people say that. So he's not even getting the tips to win these battles anymore. He's battling people that nobody knows on TikTok, because the whole world is battling over on TikTok now. And this is going to be the thing with TikTok, right? Like, TikTok is so saturated anymore that eventually TikTok's going to get to the point. I mean, when I roll through TikTok to look for stuff, and every once in a while I do, I'm just not a big TikTok person. I don't love it. I like long-form content, or long-form videos. But when I roll through it, it's like, I'll see one, like back in the day on TikTok, when TikTok started, it would be like one after another, after another, after another, and like 3 out of 4 of them would be really funny, right? Well, now it's not that. It's people trying so hard to get viral and go famous on TikTok, right? So they can quit their jobs and they can move to California and move into a creator house where they're all doing TikToks together, or Salt Lake City, and then it's The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, basically the Mormon Mean Girls and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, and like they think they're going to do that off of one viral TikTok. Well, that's, you know, back in the day, some of them were funny. I would watch these TikToks and be like, oh my God, these people are naturally talented. It was like Vine in the early day, and then Vine got saturated. Well, now when I go through TikTok, it's literally like one TikTok that's really not even that funny, and half the time I don't even understand it. And then the next three things are like ads for shit that I don't need, right? And so TikTok has kind of ruined itself at some point, you know, like, and I've known a lot of people through the last couple of years that have gotten kind of like big off of, you know, TikTok, and they've told me they get more views and make more money on Instagram Reels than they do on TikTok anymore. So TikTok is just like, it's a you know, ticking time bomb that's eventually going to be over. It just is. You know, people are talking about like things that are being put in place and TikTok this, it's just too saturated is what it is. It's just too saturated that people are going to just get sick of it after a while. The thing is with YouTube, when you have like, and I know that TikTok's tried to do this longer form content, but the people that were really good at doing TikToks, we saw the same thing with Vine, okay? That people that could do like a minute and a half to 2 minute Vines that were really, really funny, very few of them translated over to YouTube and could do longer videos on YouTube. People that watch YouTube, it's why YouTube Shorts don't do that great. People watch them, but they don't like follow a lot of people off of YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts is what was supposed to be like YouTube's form of TikTok. And it didn't really work because there are people that like to watch really, really short videos like TikTok, and then there are people that like to watch really long videos like YouTube. I enjoy watching longer videos to get to know somebody, to get to have a conversation. For me, it's relaxing to put on in the background and whatever, no matter what I'm watching. Typically these days, it's like the Real Housewives of Atlanta old reunions. I love to watch those. Or Nene Leakes like worst moments on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I love to watch all that kind of stuff. But I like to have it on in the background while I'm like doing other stuff or whatever, you know? And so I think the people that like to watch TikTok because they have, you know, like they just go through, they roll through, like my husband rolls through it and whatever. But when every other or every third TikTok that you're getting is an ad and you have to roll longer, people are after a while going to get tired of it. I'm already seeing that a lot of people are trying to go from TikTok back to, or go from TikTok to YouTube. They never had YouTube careers before. And a lot of it isn't translating. They can do a very short TikTok or Instagram reel, but people aren't really interested in them for 20 or 30 minutes, you know? And so it's not really translating. And we saw this with Vine. I mean, there were only like 5 or 10 people from Vine that came over when Vine closed down that really had successful careers on YouTube that could translate 2 to 3 minutes to 20 minutes on a YouTube video. You know, and so people ask me all the time, they're like, how do you talk into a camera for 40 minutes straight with like not even stopping it at all? I don't know. I can tell you what I can't do. I can't do a minute to 3 minute video on TikTok. I can't do that, you know? So I have like mad respect for those people that can keep it that short and they are that funny. I can't do that, okay? It's easier for me to talk for 50 minutes than it is for me to talk for 50 seconds. So I can't do that. But I think that at some point, whether TikTok changes and all this kind of stuff, I think people are going to get so tired of it because now it's turning into this money-making machine and it's just getting saturated. I also think that one of the reasons why Jeffree Star is going back to YouTube, or if he is because he had a huge following on YouTube. You know, I was looking, and at the time that he said, do you remember when Shane Dawson like came out there and was like, please, can we do another palette together? But he didn't really say it that way, but he kind of insinuated it because they're best friends and they talk all the time, even though neither one of them ever mentions each other unless it's like it really helps them out or whatever. Like, they're best friends that never talk. I don't have any friends like that. But anyway, I don't know. But they're best friends that never talk, and they're like brothers that never talk, and they never see each other. So I don't know. I mean, if you really like somebody and you were really good friends with somebody and you just like sat in a robe and TikTok battle, don't you think you could make a trip in a PJ, your private jet, to like go see them at their house or something like that and hang out for a weekend? But you never see that, do you? You never see like Shane and Rylan hanging out with Jeffree. Like, they never just like, Jeffree doesn't just like fly there for a weekend, like, let's just hang out and try crumble cookies and, you know, drink Red Bulls. Like, they don't ever do that. Like, that's what friends do, right? So when they say that they're like best friends, that's such bullshit. I love when people like buy into that. It's bullshit, okay? They never just hang out together unless there's a reason for them to hang out together, like doing this video that Shane Dawson did with him. Well, if you remember that video where like Jeffree Star has an assistant in there that was doing like the TikToks for him and stuff like that, he said in there he was leaving YouTube. And one of the reasons why he was leaving YouTube was he was like, girl, the views, just nobody cares about YouTube anymore. The views aren't over there. Well, what's interesting is when you look at Jeffree Star's views, I had all this stuff pulled up. When you look at Jeffree Star's views from his last video, which was a launch, it was a release video of Scorpion. That is from 10 months ago. He got 1 million views in that video. The video before that was from 11 months ago, Gothic Beach Palette and Collection Reveal. So at this point, what we're seeing is that maybe part of the reason why his videos weren't doing so well is because every video that he was doing was a launch. It's just like when people would accuse Jaclyn Hill of every video she does, she's trying to sell something, right? And so here it is again, that every video is a launch, just like the one before that, which was from a year ago, got 2.1 million views, Psychedelic Circus Palette and Collection Reveal, right? And then a year before that was, at the same time, was Lady Gaga's new foundation, Is It Jeffree Star Approved? Now, what's interesting when you look at these videos, right, and the one before that was Star Wedding Palette and Collection Reveal. And so, and then before that was I Finally Sold My Mansion. Well, I think that people are interested in if you can get people interested in the world that you've created, it was like, why, like when I was talking about Robbie DeChristie yesterday, it was really interesting to me when I was going through her videos. Like her more personal videos, people aren't really that interested in it. She's getting about 20 to 25,000 views on her personal videos, okay? On her videos that she's doing with makeup, she's getting more views. What that tells you is that the majority of people that are watching Robbie DeChristie are watching her for her makeup reviews, and she knows that. She's smart enough to know that, right? So when she does a video like cutting my hair, people don't really care because people really aren't that invested in the life of Robbie DeChristie, except for this small group over here. Do you remember for years and years and years, I would say, it's like any audience that you have 30, 30, and 30, right? And so you have 30% of the people that will never leave. They will always stay. And then you have 30% of the people that it's like 30, 30, and 40 really, but you have 30% of the people that like, if you do something problematic or whatever, they're out the door right away. And then the other 40% in the middle, they're kind of like, they're waiting there to see what you're going to do with it. Like with Robbie DeChristie, like, is she going to come out and is she going to address these things? That 40%, I would say probably 20% of those people have already left already. Because they're like, no, it's been long enough, she's not going to address anything. The other 30%, they left right away, okay? So what she's got is 20% in the middle still waiting to see if she is going to address anything, and the 30% that will never leave. And so when you look at the fact that she has over 1 million subscribers and her main base is that she's getting 26 to 30,000 views on any video that she's doing over there, you know, makeup or otherwise, that not that many people, out of 5 million people, 20,000 people, maybe 15,000 people are really invested in the life of Robbie DeChristie. That's just one example, right? But when you look at Jeffree Star, if you want to take this in a different way, okay, when you look at his videos, his palette launches and releases actually do not do as well over a long time as his personal videos do. His personal videos do very, very well. Like when he says, I'm selling my mansion, or let me just sit down and talk to you, or whatever. People are very interested in the life of Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star was very smart at curating a world where people were interested in him. Shane Dawson's the same way. Shane Dawson was very smart. When Shane Dawson does very personal videos, people are really, really interested in that, you know? So I went through here and I looked, and it's like, I mean, almost every single one of these videos for like the last 2 years is a launch video. So he's blaming his views on YouTube on launch videos. Well, people don't, I mean, this is the same reason why TikTok, people are tired of the selling on TikTok and the begging for money on TikTok and everybody trying to make a buck on TikTok. Here you are. Every single video is an ad, right? But what's interesting about this is that he says it to Shane Dawson in that series. He says that that YouTube's not where the views are anymore. Well, when you look here, okay, and they have similar subscriber counts. When you look here, Jeffree Star on a palette launch release, okay, and reveal is getting more views than Shane Dawson is getting on his basic videos. But Shane Dawson was smart enough to know, I'm not leaving YouTube. In fact, I went over to Shane Dawson's channel and I was looking. Now, you know he posts mostly on his Shane 2 channel now, his podcast. And so I looked over there, when you look at his videos, like his last one from 6 days ago, Crumble Conspiracy Investigation, 6 days ago, 921,000 views. So he's getting close to 1 million views per video, right? This channel has 2.7 million subscribers, not 16 like Jeffree Star's channel. Hold on a second. And so, I mean, he's getting pretty good views on these videos. 1.5, 944. He's getting close to what Jeffree Star was getting before Jeffree Star left, and he's still getting those. So I think it's interesting that he says to Shane Dawson, the views aren't on YouTube anymore, right? What's interesting to me about this also is because I always get accused of talking about the same thing as on all my channels, but Shane too, his last video is Crumble Conspiracy Investigation, but when you go to his main channel, his last video is Mind-Blowing Conspiracy Theories. So apparently Shane Dawson is doing conspiracy, and the one before that was Mind-Blowing Conspiracy Theories, and he got 3.8 million views out of 18 million, 4.1, but not bad views, but that was like 6 months ago, 10 months ago, Mind-Blowing Conspiracy Theories, 4.6 months ago, things like that. I think Shane Dawson was smart enough to know I'm not leaving YouTube because the majority of my audience is on YouTube. I think it was a smart move for Shane Dawson. I think he knew that. I think that Jeffree Star had kind of run out of... It's interesting to me because when I think of Jeffree Star, like, he's somebody that's kind of like been able to reinvent himself over the time, but I think that he kind of like ran out of ideas. I think he also felt very nervous because he saw like Michaela Nogueira blowing up on TikTok. Jeffree Star has never been somebody that does very well being third or fourth in the game. Like, he always has to be number one in the game, right? I'm coming to be honest with you, and maybe she has and I just don't watch her as closely. Like, this would be a very good time for Michaela Nogueira. I mean, I know she's problematic as hell and she's in a lot of drama, but as far as her views and her numbers, like, it's just gonna go. I mean, she's not gonna gain and gain and gain forever and ever and ever. This would actually be a time for her to, I mean, to release some makeup, of like launch her own brand or something like that. Like, this would be a smart time. Like, it's interesting to me that Jeffree Star keeps on feeding out music and he keeps on feeding out this book. Like, that's not something that you do when your career is on the decline. Nobody's interested. Like, Jeffree Star, he should have released that book if he was going to release this memoir. And I'll probably, like, listen to part of it. I'll get it on Audible and listen to part of it and react to it if he does release it. But he should have done that, like, right after Dramageddon. Like, that would have been really, really a smart time for him to do it because he was so hyped up. People were watching him. Even if they didn't like him, people were watching him. He should have released some music right after that. For somebody that's had their finger on the pulse of trends, it's so interesting to me. This is where I'm not really sure I believe that there's a book. This is where I'm not really sure that there is being new music released. I think Jeffree Star is so concerned with, like, unless the new video is going to be a music video, but that's not what it looked like. I mean, he was in a robe and he was getting his makeup done. It's got to be like a makeup video or I don't even think it's going to be a reveal of his own makeup unless it's him just doing an old school palette on his arms because... I mean, it's not like a set. Most of these reveals, like, he's got a whole set and all that kind of stuff. I don't think it's going to be, a launch. I think it'll be some kind of Jeffree Star approved video or him announcing I'm back to YouTube or whatever, you know? I don't know. I hope it works out for him, you know, because he's left long enough. I think this is the thing. I think in retrospect, Jeffree Star, and I mean, I thought this at the time, that Jeffree Star left YouTube and was going to TikTok because he thought that's where all the numbers are. We're seeing this right now with Tati Westbrook. Tati Westbrook is going to, and you know, Jeffree Star is like starting to set up shop in Los Angeles to get into this meat and makeup store in Los Angeles, which everybody in Los Angeles that I know has told me, it's like way out there. Like, he's obviously establishing some kind of like business residency. So he's not doing it to make money off this. I mean, it's not like he's putting it, I mean, Jeffree Star wants to act so grand. It's not like he's putting it, like, in West Hollywood, where it would get a lot of attention, okay? I mean, he acts so bougie. He's not putting it on Rodeo Drive. He's putting it way... I mean, people are like, this is where, like, distribution houses are. I think it is actually attached to his distribution house, but it's like, if you really wanted people to come to it, why would you make it so difficult to go to, you know? And it was sad when I watched the opening. It was interesting because he kept on scanning around, and he was like, there's so many of you here, right? And I was actually watching to this guy. I can't remember what his name is. Somebody sent me the link, and so I started watching it. But it was this guy that was watching the opening of the meat and makeup shop in Los Angeles, like, in real time. And when the camera would go to the side, there was like, I mean, there were maybe 200 or 300 people there, but that was it. And I thought, I mean, you're talking about Jeffree Star, that like an entire mall was dedicated to he and Shane Dawson. And now you're trying to make it look like there's more people there than there are at this meat and makeup store. I don't know, it's so interesting to me. Everything is smoke and mirrors. Everything's always been smoke and mirrors in this industry. But in all honesty, I'm just kind of like, so, okay, you went to TikTok because you thought everybody was going to TikTok and the views were on TikTok, so you thought you were going to get more popularity on TikTok. I think that Jeffree Star, part of what, like, I'm sure he made some money off of it and he got some followers and stuff like that. I don't think that in retrospect, the TikTok battles were really that smart for him, okay? Just between you and I, and hey, listen, okay, I've only watched a few of them from a couple different people. I think they're kind of like, to be honest with you, I can't imagine being like, I mean, I think at one point he told me something that he was worth $90 million or something. I can't imagine being like on that level and owning all these companies and people looking up to you, and you're literally in a TikTok battle being like, Pookie, shut your mouth, Pookie, Pookie. I mean, it's so embarrassing. It's like, I mean, this is how you want to be perceived. And then it's like people are like, well, he doesn't care. Well, maybe he should care a little bit more, because I think it's not really helping him out that greatly, you know? I think if he comes back to YouTube, I think he'll do well. But like, we're seeing this with Toddy Westbrook. Like, Toddy Westbrook starting to do these live sales ads. I watched part of it. I mean, literally it's QVC. She joked about it. She said it's like QVC. It's 100% like QVC, okay? But then it's like, okay, you're doing these TikTok lives that are like QVC. So basically then everybody, like, okay, Jeffree Star, his entire list of YouTube videos for the last year are all reveals of palettes that he's selling. He's doing TikTok battles begging for money. Toddy Westbrook's in lives, and she's asking people to buy these products, and she's got these codes. She's doing non-disclosed sponsorships, non-disclosed affiliate links. Jaclyn Hill's doing non-disclosed affiliate links, non-disclosed sponsorships. All these people are doing non-disclosed sponsorships and things like that, not disclosing affiliate links. So then I guess the bottom line is, really all you guys care about is money. I mean, that's it, right? So you really never cared about makeup to begin with. Half of you people ever get into makeup. Jeffree Star is like never in makeup unless he is doing like a makeup review, ever. He doesn't really ever do his own makeup. I mean, we've known that from the past. Lipstick Nick does makeup, right? Jaclyn Hill, she hardly gets some makeup half the time. Toddy Westbrook talks about how she doesn't really like to wear as much makeup. So you wonder why you guys, your careers aren't doing great anymore, but you're pushing all this makeup and trying to get people to buy all this makeup, whether it's makeup you're selling or makeup that you're endorsing, but you're saying that you don't even like makeup yourself anymore, right? So why would people be watching this? Like, why would people be interested in it at all? Because it's just completely fraudulent. It's all about the sale. TikTok is all about the sale. It's like I said, you go through it, it's like every other thing is they're selling you something. I don't know about you, but I don't like into my day and like to go to stuff. I mean, one of the reasons that like I pay for all these different streaming services is so I don't have to watch advertisements. So I don't necessarily want to go watch somebody's video where they're talking about something and I'm trying to enjoy them, where they're selling me something every 2 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, wherever it's constantly like 30 affiliate links or a sponsorship about shit, and you know they don't even believe in half this stuff. And then you go look at Jeffree Star's videos and all of them are launches. It kind of makes me wonder in retrospect, you know, I used to see these ads for Jeffree Star videos back in the day. Do you guys remember that? Drama channels used to cover this back in the day, where you would go on and say sponsored post underneath there for Jeffree Star video. I'm starting to wonder, like, he said to Shane Dawson, who was getting the same views as him, there's no views on YouTube anymore, and Shane Dawson was getting the same views as him. It makes me wonder if those views aren't authentic, or if he was buying a lot of ads to push people there, and so he knew on the back end he wasn't getting those views. But I will say this, and I've always said this, I thought it was kind of an FU to his audience, because there's a lot of people that are like, I don't go on TikTok, I don't go anywhere else, I only go on YouTube, I followed you on YouTube, I bought your damn mirrors off of YouTube, I bought your makeup off of YouTube, I've loved you, I followed you for years on YouTube. And basically what Jeffree Star said, F you, I'm off of YouTube, I'm going to TikTok now. And I think it's rude. I think it was rude to his audience that had followed him for years and built his career up, you know? I think it'll be interesting to see what he comes back with. Apparently, he's supposed to release that video today or tomorrow. So I guess we'll find out and see. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys. I had the Lonely Doll books right here, but I'll save them to see what his video is that he releases. I'm kind of excited to find out what it is, in all honesty, to see what it is. Anyway, let me, and to see if he's going to come back for good, because he said, I'm coming back to my YouTube era, basically in one of these lives, basically insinuating that he's coming back as the mean girl of YouTube. I don't know, I mean, as far as following it for drama, I think that might be kind of fun. I hope he's not too mean to anybody. But his snarky self, I think that would be kind of fun to, you know, follow for a YouTube drama. But I think it's interesting that he feels like he has to fall back on that because his talents don't rely enough on it. But it'll be interesting to see what he does. It'll be interesting to see if he's coming back to YouTube consistently. I mean, I think it's smart for all these people that they should never really split their audiences. They go to TikTok, do some things on TikTok, go to Instagram Reels, do some things over there, and stay on YouTube as well, you know? Unless you, I mean, he obviously doesn't care about the money, so maybe it was, he didn't really care about his audience either. I don't know. Because I saw a lot of people, when I started covering him leaving YouTube back in the day, they commented on my videos, they also commented on his own videos, and said, I don't have TikTok, and I'm not going over there, and this makes me really sad because I really loved your videos, and I followed you for a long time. I don't know, maybe take that in consideration. Maybe that's part of why he's coming back. I hope so. I hope that he'll address that and say, I'm coming back because I know a lot of people don't follow me on TikTok. And so I wanted to come back to where people were that liked me. I would like to hear that, you know? But it'll be interesting to see what his new video is. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.